The Serbian senior and under-21 national soccer teams played key matches in the month of October, and Serbian television Ottawa was on the scene in Belgrade, Skopje, and Kruševac. After commencing their 2014 World Cup qualifying campaign with a draw in Scotland and a victory over Wales, Serbia's national soccer team had the opportunity to close out the year in a great position to gain automatic qualification. Unfortunately, two very disappointing performances against Belgium in Belgrade and versus Macedonia in Skopje leaves any chances of reaching the 2014 World Cup in Brazil highly unlikely. The problems began on a rain-filled October 12th in Belgrade when the Serbian national team welcomed Belgium to Red Star Stadium. While both teams were filled with talented players, the home support of the Serbian fans should have given them the extra power needed to earn 3 points. With a constant downpour of rain, the stadium was only filled to 1/3 of its capacity, and the vocal support was not as intimidating as it should have been. The match started strong for Serbia, who absolutely dominated possession and had more than one good opportunity to score. But as the rain continued to pour, the Belgians managed to score on a counterattack and then proceeded to outplay the home side until the final whistle. The complete shift in momentum led to the visitors doubling the score midway through the second half. Then, adding insult to injury, a third goal was scored in added time to rightfully give the Belgians 3 crucial points. After the match, Serbia coach Sinisa Mihajlovic was defiant, highlighting the team's first half performance. However, Serbian media began to speculate that Mihajlovic was having problems with two of his more experienced members, captain and Chelsea defender Branislav Ivanovic and Manchester City left-back Alexander Kolarov. A few days later, it was off to Skopje, Macedonia, where Serbia had the opportunity to make amends for their previous performance with a contest against the former Yugoslav Republic. The Macedonians, who suffered a tough home loss to Croatia a few days prior, were also hoping to end 2012 on a high note against another former Yugoslav nation. The match also coincided with the 5-year memorial for famed Macedonian singer Toše Proski, who tragically died in a car accident in Croatia at the age of 26. Prior to the match at the Philip II Arena in Skopje, the players of both national teams donned commemorative t-shirts, numerous dedication videos were shown throughout the stadium, and Toše's rendition of the Macedonian national anthem was performed. Unlike in Belgrade, where Serbia started the match seeking goals, as the match progressed in Skopje, they looked more content playing for a draw. It seemed almost certain the contest would end scoreless before a mistake in the second half by the Serbian defense led to a player being sent off and the Macedonians being awarded a penalty. NK Maribor winger Agim Ibrahim slid the ball past Serbian goalkeeper Željko Brkić, and the crowd in Skopje erupted into bedlam. The Macedonians easily held on to the lead, earning their first ever victory against Serbia. 2 consecutive losses, coupled with both Belgium and Croatia holding 7-point leads atop the group, means that Serbia will have to rely on the performance of other teams to have any chance of playing in Brazil in 2 years' time. It would only get worse for the Serbian Football Federation when trouble brewed during and after their under-21 squad lost to England in Kruševac, where the visitors scored a last-second insurance goal to secure participation in the 2013 UEFA Under-21 tournament in Israel. After the goal, several Serbian players and fans were involved in brawls with English players and staff members. Shortly after the incident, a number of members of the Serbian under-21 team were given substantial penalties, and UEFA is currently investigating the matter further. There's very little time available for the FSS to deal with the events that took place in October before the senior team's next competitive match in March. The 2013 campaign begins in Zagreb as Serbia takes on group leaders Croatia. Considering the history of the two nations, losing a third straight qualifying match is something that needs to be avoided at all costs. From just outside the Mlado Stadium in Kruševac, Serbia, for Serbian Television Ottawa, I'm Marko Ðorđevic.